Hi there and welcome to Metro Woman.
It's a show for women and about women.
Are you a scrapbooker?
No, but you know,
I'm a total scrapbooker.
That doesn't surprise me.
Scrapbooking today and I'm pretty excited, but
well,
you're not?
I'm all about learning new things. That I am. So I'm never opposed to trying something new.
Well, we're at Memory Bound Scrapbook Store in Ankeny. I'm going to shop for a project that I'm working on as a gift, but I've already been a scrapbooker for many years, so I'm excited to see kind of new products and things like that. What are you going to do?
Well, I have books and mountains of pictures, obviously. They are still in stacks, so I would like to get them organized. I'd like to get them thinned out, and I'd like to know what to do with them once I pick out the very best ones. So I'm willing to learn how to put them in a book and keep them as keepsakes.
I'm proud of you, Tam. We're going to be talking to Don and Kelly, the owners of the store, and they're going to give us a lot of great advice. Please join us after the break on Metro Woman. Welcome back. We're here at Memory Bound Scrapbook Store in Ankeny. And we've got kind of both ends of the spectrum here. I'm a die-hard scrapbooker. I've got my little corner in my house.
And I'm a newbie. I've never done it. I've thought about it. I have friends that do it, but the pictures are stacking up and I need to do something with the pictures.
The pictures are stacking up for me too, but I do try to crank some out every once in a while when I get a chance.
You're way ahead of me.
But if you have been looking at, okay, I'd like to start scrapbooking, or you're a die-hard like myself and you just like to go and I need to buy some more stuff. We've got Don and Kelly with us today, who are resident experts and are going to help us get started. We both brought some pictures along.
Yes,
I've got wedding theme I'm going for a gift for a friend.
My granddaughters, Megan and Mia.
Okay, so we both have some projects. Do you guys find that you've got sort of from new to experienced and everybody in between, and sort of what is your job when people come in and just say, I need help?
We really do. We get people in that have never scrapbooked before and that we can help kind of get them started or offer them one of our free beginners classes. We have people who are collectors that want everything that's new. They want to see what's new, the new techniques. Maybe sounds a little bit like you.
Yeah.
Sonia, I'm not sure. And we have everybody in between. And somebody might come in and bring their pictures with them to kind of match up and plan out their pages as they're shopping. And some just come in and buy what they like. And
it sounds like you're able to work with all levels then, and those of us that become easily
Yes.
overwhelmed.
we can do that too.
You have patience with us and you help us along, get us started.
And you have crops and classes of every variety then that people can look at your calendar and figure out what they would want to do and bring their own stuff in and figure out?
Yes,
While
we
they're on the
do.
premises?
We have about 5 to 10 classes a week, and usually twice a month we have crops that are from 6 to midnight, or we even have some days where we go from 9 o'clock in the morning till midnight on Friday nights, and we have crops on Saturdays, so people can bring in their pictures and some of their supplies and sit back in our classroom and crop for the day and bring their friends and goodies.
I don't know what crop is. What are you talking about crops tonight? What's that?
Well, it's not corn and beans. It's kind of like, the good way to describe it is a quilting bee from the older days where people brought their stuff and they all sat together and quilted. But people bring their things and they scrapbook. So they bring their pictures and their things that they have, and of course they can get more items if they need them while they're here. And use all of our tools.
You know, and I think the fun thing is, aside from, getting to use tools that you don't have at home when you're trying to do a page, is the kind of camaraderie of just hanging out with other people and getting and look, I got my page done, and stuff. So there's a lot of
you get ideas from each
other.
other.
Oh, absolutely. Because sometimes you could sit there staring and you're totally stuck.
Sure.
And somebody else could be like, well, why don't you,
exactly.
off you go.
The best part that I have noticed, and we've been open 8 years, but the friendships that have been formed just from the women sitting back there cropping and getting to know each other, and now they're going to each other's birthday parties and weddings and
So
things
it's also
together.
a good activity if you want to meet people.
Absolutely,
Don't
yes.
make up pictures. Go get somebody else's pictures. Just go
Yeah.
crop.
And even families, now the grandmothers are cropping with their granddaughters where they wouldn't have even spent much time together before. Now they're spending hours and hours together reliving their memories. So it's a heartwarming experience
Well,
also.
you have me inspired, so
I
I'm
think we should
ready
get into
to
our
crop.
our teams. Now, Kelly, you're going to help me get
Yes.
some wedding ideas as an experienced scrapbooker, and then you've got a tough
Dawn,
job ahead of
I
you.
can handle it.
the challenge.
That's great.
Okay, good.
Well, let's see what we can find.
All
That's
right,
good.
let's go.
There is a lot of stuff to look through in this store. Tam's heading over to pick out her book first while I browse through my favorite part, paper.
The paper usually does come in 12 by 12, and we can use 12 by 12 albums, but there's also 8 by 8, 6 by 6, and sometimes even smaller albums, just depending on what you're going to scrapbook.
And then you just trim your paper to fit the size of the book.
Exactly,
Gotcha.
exactly.
It's like a kid in a candy store, I'm telling you. This is... Oh, that one's pretty. Look, check it out. I get a little
She's
crazy.
finding a lot of stuff. Now that paper has your bling on it again.
Ooh, bling again. That's very pretty.
And what I would recommend is picking out 2 to 3 to 4 colors that you want to do the entire album in, and then we can go and pick out a variety of papers that have those colors, and then when you put them throughout your album, it makes a really coordinated, easy to look at album.
And this is our cardstock, so all of this paper here is solid, and of course it's a 12 by 12 size.
But explain, cardstock is heavier.
Yes, cardstock's heavier and it's solid all the way through. It's just a solid paper rather than a printed or a pattern.
Okay.
And there's several, of course, like every color, there's lots of blacks. There's
Who would have thought there was that many blacks?
they have different textures and a little different color, believe it or not. This has got like a tuxedo stripe,
Ooh.
so that's kind of a good
That's
wedding
mama.
paper.
We have some great papers over here for you to use in
Definitely
your baby
have a lot of
album. Yes, we
selection.
do.
Oh, how cute.
And like, look at this.
Yeah.
Bling is really in for
Oh,
babies
even-
and even
scrapbooking, how
beyond
fun.
babies, but
Yeah.
glitter and bling
Okay.
is hot.
I'm a little rusty. I didn't scrapbook all summer. Are there some like trends lately that people are doing on some of their pages for embellishments and things like that?
There's kind of what they call a shabby look, where they're
Okay.
doing some tearing paper and like crumpling it and smoothing it back out in some ink. And I'm not sure if that's the classic look,
Okay.
but it kind of lends itself to a lot of different.
Will it be
Themes.
a different visual impact, you know, as opposed to a more tailored looking page?
Right.
And the next page would be that look?
Yeah,
Would be
you
kind
could
of
do that.
fun. So it doesn't have to be streamlined. That's what's fun about it. There's no rules. There's no rules
Yeah,
in scrapbooking.
you can do whatever you want.
Look at how
So
fun
darling.
that is.
Oh gosh.
Look at the
Look
little
at that, little
shoes,
shoes
the
and-
little dress.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
I can see the hardest part about scrapbooking is making a decision. So I think that's going to take a little time.
It is, but you brought some pictures,
I
and
did.
we can look at them, and
Okay.
we'll pick out some paper that coordinates with what she's wearing in those
Okay.
pictures.
Have you used these dimensional stickers?
Yes, I do. I do just like pop a few on for something a little. Yeah, I like it to. I don't want it to be totally flat. A little three-dimensional interest is nice.
I like that. That's really cute. And maybe we could even add some. Oh, that's a little darker, a little bright.
It's a little softer.
Oh, that's perfect. See, she's
picked one
already got
out.
it.
I can't wait to get started on my scrapbook. Join us after the break as Tam and I put together our pages.
But first, here's a quick and easy recipe from Kayla Westergaard from the Iowa Egg Council.
If your family is tired of frozen pizzas, try a tart. Today, we're going to be making a tomato and black olive tart. Let's get started. The ingredients you'll need are 6 eggs, 1 13-ounce puff pastry, 8 firm tomatoes, 4 ounces of ripe brie cheese, 20 black olives, 1 cup of skim milk, 2 tablespoons of fresh herbs chopped, and salt and pepper to taste. So to begin, I've already baked our puff pastry, and you can use a pizza pan or a Jolly Roll pan, whatever you have on hand will work just fine. I baked this at 375 degrees for 15 minutes. So now that this is ready to go, I've beaten our eggs, and then we'll also add our skim milk and our herbs and salt and pepper. And you'll just mix that well. Once your egg mixture is mixed, you can spread tomatoes on your baked puff pastry and then your black olives. And I like black olives, so I'm going to use a lot. And then your brie cheese. Now, if there are other pizza ingredients that your family loves, be sure to include those on this tart as well. Once your cheese is spread out, go ahead and pour the egg mixture across the pastry. And when we come back, tomato and black olive tart.
Moving my mind and my hands at world record speed. I'm Luke Myers. If you want to be incredible, eat incredible.
Eggs. Incredible energy for body and mind.
Tomato and black olive tart, a great alternative to frozen pizza. I'm Kayla Westergaard.